Yeah. Be ready for a whale of a time. Shamu.
What is up, everybody? It's your boy Shamu here, and today we're going to be talking about some draft day rumors. All right, the first rumor is CeeDee Lamb, bro. CeeDee Lamb. Now, the article says that CeeDee Lamb is the apple of the eye for Howie Roseman. He's the cream of the crop. He's the one the Eagles want. Are they going to do it? I don't know. Kind of hard to move up. Maybe if they trade with the Niners, but the Broncos might take them at 10. You know, there's rumors that they could trade with the Panthers at 7, which if they do, that's where I think they can have any receiver they want if they move up to 7. But, you know, the Broncos are at 10. So if they want CeeDee Lamb, they probably have to move above 10. Jets are at 11. So Lamb could go there if Broncos take Judy. Don't know, right? But what if it's just a smokescreen for Henry Ruggs? All right. Now, Henry Ruggs did an interview with Reggie Bush on the NBC Sports Network. All right. So if you guys haven't seen this interview, check it out. If not, here's a summary of it. Okay. First, they started talking about Henry Ruggs is 4.27. All right. Now that's fast. Dude is smoking. All right. But speed isn't everything. All right. John Ross ran a 4.22. Where's he at now? All right. You know, Jerry Rice ran a 4.71. Fitz ran a 4.61. AB ran a 4.47. T.O. ran a 4.4. Who else? Calvin Johnson ran a 4.35. I mean, come on. These great receivers, what's the fastest they ran? Like a 4.3? So speed isn't everything, but it is a little bit. Okay? Now, the reason why I don't put too much stock into speed is because defenses could scheme against it. They can have the safety over top, corner following him. They could play a zone with the linebacker there for the slants and the cuts, the CB, the safeties. Right? It could be schemed against, which is why people like John Ross ain't doing too much. All right? You just you got to learn how to make it work for you, and your offense has to scheme it for you too. Okay, so if they're just sending you on streaks all the time, that's not going to really do much to help you out. All right. The second thing is they asked him where he wants to go, what team he wants to go to. He basically said that all he knows is the South. He grew up in the South. He's lived in the South all his life. He's never left the South, so the South would be ideal for him. It's probably not going to happen, but he's okay with wherever he goes. Asked him who inspired him and whatnot. He mostly just said his dad and his best friend, but he said his dad holds him accountable. His dad, he'll score 4 touchdowns, and his dad would be like, you didn't get rack after this catch right here. So his dad keeps him humble, keeps him down, holds him accountable. Another thing is he only played 2 years of high school football. All right, Reggie Bush asked him why. He basically said that he was playing basketball at first. The high school coach came up to him and told him, hey, man, you ain't got it. You ain't crap. You can't handle football, blah, blah, blah. So he went out for the football team. He had 1,100 yards and 19 touchdowns his junior year as a football player. And basically, why did he stick with it? It wasn't because it was a passion or anything. He said basically that his best friend died in a car accident. Okay, that was the best friend that he played basketball with and did all this stuff with. Died in a car accident. He'd get on the court and it just didn't sit right with him. So he pursued football, and it's been football ever since. He still does play basketball. There's a video he posted on his IG of him dunking, being an all-around athlete. Dude's great. All right, his whole interview, he was smart, he was articulate. He scored a 20 out of 50 on the Wonderlic score. If you don't know what the Wonderlic is, it's like the NFL SAT. It's 50 questions. You have 12 minutes 12 minutes total for the 50 questions. It's about 14 seconds a question. He scored a 20 out of 50, which is average, which is good for a wide receiver. I think he was like 7th overall in this draft class. Last was CeeDee Lamb and Judy, but they're extremely talented. But with the Wonderlic, I don't put a lot of stock into it, but what it tells me is that he's driven not only on the field, but for himself. The last thing is Reggie Bush asked him, where does he want to be in 10 years? How does he want to be viewed? What does he want? He basically said he wants to be viewed for his hands and he wants to be viewed for efficiency. All right, that says a lot because even Reggie Bush asked him, he's like, whoa, bro, what about Pro Bowls? What about Super Bowls? And he's like, man, if I'm taking care of myself, those accolades will come. He will get nominated to the Pro Bowls. He will help his team get a Super Bowl. And that is amazing right there. Okay, he understands that if he betters himself and does everything he can do, it gives his team a chance to go to the Super Bowl. All right, the more I'm watching film on this guy, the more I see his interviews and I hear about him, I just fall in love with him more and more. So what if this is all just a smokescreen to get Henry Ruggs, who would fit perfectly into this offense? That would be freaking amazing. All right. Lastly, right now I'm going to put from Good Morning Football, if you haven't seen it, Nate Burleson has the Burr lesson, and he's talking about Henry Ruggs. Here it is.
Footage, Henry Ruggs, the third HR3 as I like to call him. He's going to run a slant route right here. Now, I want you to pay attention to the speed. His ability to catch the ball, he can use his hands a little bit better, but he'll trap it with his body. But this is what I want you to focus on. You got two guys focused on one thing like best friends with the same crush, and he is going to outrun them. You want to talk about pure speed. And listen, we love slant routes. We talk about it all the time. Odell Beckham, one of the best in the business. If you can catch a slant, go out the back door, teams are looking at that as an automatic game breaker. Okay, let's run this again. Let's see if he has the smarts, though. It's another slant route, but sometimes you're going to have a linebacker that's sitting underneath, so you're going to have to throttle it a little bit. Sometimes you got to slow down just to get to where you want to go, and this is going to be another TD. But it's the smarts, though, the anticipation. Knowing I can't come flying in there, because if I fly in there, I'm going to get my head knocked off by one of those big, strong linebackers in the NFL. Once again, the speed, getting downfield. Are you paying attention? You're picking up what I'm putting down. Ruggs getting busy. All right, he's going to go in motion right here. Let's give him a little bit of a screenplay, right? I want you to pay attention. 1, 2, 3. Watch how many individuals he outruns. Okay, all right, now let's keep this going. You have 3 guys focused on him. He's going to outrun all 3 with a great block by his buddy. And
they got the angle, mate. They're good.
4, 5 dudes. They have the angle, right?
They got it.
You practice drill all the time. And he's going to outrun everybody like a paternity test gone wrong on the Maury show.
That's right.
And here we go. The pure speed by Henry Ruggs. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
7 dudes out there.
Yeah.
All right, but here we go. You got Henry Ruggs getting busy, getting downfield. He's going to outrun your angle. All right. But what about this, though? A little sluggo action, but you can't just run a straight slant. You got to be able to stop and go a little bit. And here it is. I want you to pay attention to this guy right here. All right? If your feet are flat, it's a wrap. Or if you got flat feet, is beat. And that's exactly what he does. You can't stop your feet if you're a safety. But watch this right here, though. He's going to catch this ball behind him and open up his hips. You ever see guys do this drill right here? And you're like, what are they doing? How does he turn around, open his hips, and not lose speed? Matter of fact, he picks up speed. I just want you guys at home, just try to turn around and walk forward and see if you lose speed. Most of you are going to fall down while you do it in the kitchen. But there he is, one of the guys that can do it all. We're talking route running, opening up his hips, catching balls behind him. And speaking of catching balls behind him, how about this? Sometimes you're going to have a DB that's really good, and he's going to stay on top of you. Can you catch the back shoulder? Because every quarterback in the NFL throws the back shoulder. And yes, he's going to be able to reach behind him with his hands, catch the rock, and then he has a little physicality to him. He's going to stop, plant, and then he's going to get upfield. Most guys, they go out of bounds, they're going to slide down. Nah, not Henry Ruggs. He's a little physical too. My man can get busy. All right, but what about just that old-fashioned go route, right? We want to see a guy get up there and make a play. You got single high safety. Your quarterback knows exactly what he wants to do. Tua is going deep. Come on now. Come on now. He's going to get up. It seems like he's floating, and he reaches back like the Michelangelo creation of Adam, and he just picks that ball out of the air with one hand. Oh, my goodness.